you know, the criticism that people have of this government's fight against corruption is that they think that they seem to be addressing the symptoms and not hitting the root cause, or else. How come, in spite of all of the cases or the reported cases that seem to be making the rounds, you still have this kind of report at a time when the government just came in? You expect a lot of public officials, government agencies to be of their best behavior, but they still say they were demanding and brazenly demanding and asking for bribes from people.
That is what I am telling you, that since Murtala Mohammed, Obasanjo regime of 1975 to 79, there had not been any government, with the greatest, or there had not been any government with greater, commitment to anti-corruption as this government. I mean, you look at, right now we have a Whistleblowers Act, that is enforced. With that, we have been able to discover the money buried, in the last 5 years or so.
But is that a symptom?
Excuse me?
Is it a symptom when you refer to the whistleblowing policy?
The whistleblowing policy, whether you say symptom or whatever, something has to give. We have to start from somewhere. We have to understand the morass, the low, the decadent state.
Do you know
of
the
our
roots?
state.
Do you know, if you say that, then let's go to try to get to the basics. Do you know the root cause of corruption?
What's the root cause of corruption?
Or bribery in this country?
What's the root cause of
No, that's
bribery?
why I'm asking you. Do you know it?
No, you need to tell me.
Because we're trying to unravel where this is coming from, the root
you
cause
need
of
to
it.
tell me. You see, the root cause of bribery or whatever, corruption, is, it's, you may say poverty. Poverty that is driven by, the kind of behavior of government per se, towards the, if you have been put in charge of a state, of the affairs of a state or the affairs of, a government, and you misuse your position to corruptly enrich yourself in a society where we have people who are deprived. If some money has been allocated or has been budgeted for, certain infrastructure, and you don't put that infrastructure in place, and you purloin that money and put it in your pocket, and thereby depriving the millions of people, the greater majority of the people, from benefiting from that infrastructure, and that leaves them more impoverished, to the extent that, they have to start, beholding onto you.
I don't understand. So, are you saying that poverty is not part of the cause?
Poverty, that's what I'm saying. Poverty induced by,
by what, government policy?
By corrupt tendencies
or inequalities
of people in government, of of past leaders, and that is part of the thing that
this report says 2015 and to 2016.
2015.
This report.
See, let me tell you, this report, as clearly.
This is under your government's watch.
Listen, yes, it is under the government's watch. You found out that the report was taken in 2015, and now we are just seeing the results of that report now. Do you understand me? So the government came into power in May 29, 2015. So will you say clearly that that is basically at the doorstep of this government? Now let's leave that.
You don't think it is?
Let's leave that meanwhile.
No, you don't think it is?
Wait, let us discuss as Nigerians first of all, and for us to understand what this problem. I said something earlier.
But if you don't admit this, why did the government go seek the report in the first place?
Wait, excuse me. I said earlier that this should be a wake-up call, and to all of us understanding that there is a problem. That despite the huge efforts of the government, that you still have this kind of a report.
Yeah, that's why people are saying that.
Shows us that we need something more radical, and that should make all of us to come to the party.